Hello everyone, welcome to 3ddesignacademy.com. In this lesson, we will continue with part 11 of constructing the car project. Okay, so I think we're gonna continue on with the wheel flat and also the lower, the rocker. I think because we did the front, I think I'm gonna continue on with the rear. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, first of all, get the wheel flat curve right back. So I'm just gonna grab this one. Now this one, we did move it up a little bit, so let's see if we can get the scale to work. I know moved it up compared to this one, so actually let me just see if I can just copy paste this over to the other side. Pick all these layers and just pick the wheel flat layer. I'm just going to say hide unselected so that I can get this curve back. And I'm just going to move this, move the pivot to here. And I'm going to just move it to here. And looks like that'll give us an approximate dimension of how far this needs to go. And that looks like we're, okay, so I think that's the distance that we're looking for. So I'm just going to prop it like this. Oops, okay. So I'm just gonna use a curve over here, create a curve connecting both points, and I'm just going to move it up here. So because that's how much it needs to go up by. So I'm just gonna move this on, move this up like this, and that should give us a center of the curve. Okay, so I don't need this curve anymore, so I can just delete this. And this one on the other end, I'm just gonna get grab this one. Okay, so I'm just going to, let's see, grab this curve, copy and paste, move the pivot to here, and I'm just going to move it to this layer, and I'm going to turn off the wheel flat layer, and I'm just going to scale it up like this, and it looks like that's pretty good. I know the shape is a little bit different, so but I think I'm just going to keep it the way it is. And right now the scale is a little bit off. Well, not the position, not the scale, but the position is a little bit off. So I'm just going to move it a little bit inboard compared to the wheel flat, and I'm going to connect the two. So I'm going to say freeform blend, position, and I'm going to say default on this one and default on that one. Okay, so what's going on? So I know these curves should be identical. But looks like there's a little bit of discrepancy. So I'm gonna see if I can do an explicit control, and I'm gonna change the degree 6. That's weird. Okay, so if that's the case, I'm just going to untrim this piece right here. And I'm going to do a freeform blend again. I'm going to turn the explicit control off like that. I think it's because it's due to the length of this, the difference in the length. I think that's causing some parameterization problems. So, but that's okay. We can just untrim and do it like this. And that looks pretty good. Okay, so let's take a look at the image and see what we need to do. Okay, so we got this piece, and like the front, we need the sheet metal piece and the wheel flat. Well, that's actually a wheel flat, but this flat piece for the also for the sheet metal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy paste again, and I'm gonna scale it up like this, and I'm gonna, well, maybe a little bit less than that, like that, and same thing again, scale it up like that. Okay, now the position is a little bit off, so I'm gonna try to make sure that the position is similar between all of them. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag it like that, and I'm going to do a freeform blend on this one. Curve like this. Make sure the direction is good, and I'm gonna say default. Well, it doesn't really matter if you do a default or not. So just your preference. Okay, so that's good. And this one, I'm gonna try to make it flat between this piece and this piece. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab these two curves. I'm gonna put the pivot here. And I'm gonna, using my right mouse button from the top view, F5, I'm just gonna move it up and down like this, and I'm gonna press on Control to snap it exactly where it needs to be, exactly where the point is. Now, yeah, and I'm just gonna connect the two with Fur from Land. I'm gonna make sure that the crown is facing outboard, like that, and that looks pretty good. Okay, so again, I might need to adjust it, adjust the shape of this and the position depending on how. I guess it also depends on the other areas of the car as well. So right now, I cannot really determine where the position of this is, but I think I'm going to have to probably determine that later on when I'm adding more details and I'm able to find out where it needs to go. Okay, so looking at this image, it looks like the depth on this is a little bit shallow than the depth of this, because right now you'll see that these two lines are connected. So I think what I need to do is I'm going to have to bring these points a little bit outboard in car. Actually, I might have to bring all 3 points out. Okay, so I'm just going to bring it outboard like this, so that this line, the surface is a little bit similar to where this surface is located. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Now I might need to move this outboard as well. You'll see that this is flat, and I think that all of it needs to be on the same plane, or at least a similar plane. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, I think I need to give it a little bit of twist on the surface. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy and paste this line right here. And I'm going to snap it over here like this. And I might just move this point outboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete that surface. I'm going to rebuild it using a bi-rail. So I'm going to use this curve, and I'm going to use this curve. And the bottom one is going to be the same. And I'm going to do a curve segment. I'm just going to bring it over here. Okay, rebuild on both sides, so that'll get rid of the span. That's good. Now there's a little twist. I'm not 100% sure this is the best. Well, actually, there's. Okay, so I think here's what we need to do. I think I actually need to connect this curve to this wheel flat right here. Because right now this looks like just a flat surface that's connecting it's not exactly a wheel flat, but wheel flat like shape feature right here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to connect this curve to here like this. Okay, I'm going to readjust this. Okay, and it looks, well, it's not bad. Oh, actually, I'm going to have to adjust it to the outboard side. And I'm just going to connect like this using stretch. Now we have a line that's connecting all the way from here to here. Okay, and I think that's going to help us with the feature to make sure they're all lined up. Okay, so let's see what we need to do. Okay, so if that's the case, I think the first thing I have to do is bring this outboard. Well, actually, let me just make sure that this is a little bit more controlled. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to extend the surface, and I'm going to trim it using the existing curves like that. I'm going to do a trim right here. and I'm going to reestablish these surfaces. So I'm going to say draft on this piece. And I'm do the same thing again on this piece right here. So I'm just going to extend this a little bit like that. And I'm going to use a stretch to connect it right here. Oh, okay. So that's why. So right now you'll see that this curve is should be lining up to this piece right here, but it's actually lining up to the curve over there. So I'm going to make the curve invisible, and I'm going to realign it. Oh, okay. So that's why. Right now you'll see the draft is actually negative. So I'm just going to do that again. I'm going to change the direction of the draft. So right now it's going negative. So I'm just going to add a negative to change the direction, make sure the draft is going up. And I'm going to use the stretch tool again to snap the surface or snap the curve back to that surface. So right now it's a little bit short. So I'm just going to extend the surface like this, a little bit more. And I'm going to use the stretch tool. Let me just extend it a little bit like this. And I'm going to use the stretch tool, realign it. Oops. Extend it just a little bit more. And I'm going to align it like that. Okay. So let's see what we need to do. Okay, so I think I need to bring this point a little bit forward. So I'm just going to grab these two curves and just move them out just a little bit like this. And I don't know if this is actually needs to be positive. So maybe I'll just bring it out just a little bit more. Now, because there is a gap between the two surfaces, I don't think it needs to be exact, but we're just going to make sure that it's close. So maybe I'll just bring this a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay, so, and we don't really, well, let's see. Okay, so I think that looks good. And I'm going to create a surface that connects between the two. So I think what I need to do is I need a curve that connects from here. So I'm going to use a stretch tool. Snap it from here and snap it there. Okay, so I think that's good. And I'm going to use the bi-rail, so 1 and 2, to create a surface that connects between these two curves. So I'm going to select this one as a generation, and I'm going to select this one as the rail. Now the reason why I'm doing this, it's not building. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to use the curve segment tool to just bring it down just a little bit like this. Okay, and I think that's good. Now the reason why I'm doing this is because this is supposed to be, I think it's supposed to be a flat piece that connects from this piece to right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that this is exactly flush to each other, and we can just project it out. Okay, so I think that's good. So, but we do have a span here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to extend it back like this, and I'm going to pick I'm going to do a pick nothing, and I'm going to extend it back up. Now this is a 6-degree curve, so let's see if I can make it a 5th degree. I just like working with 5th degree, just what I'm used to. You can use a 6th degree if you want. It's not a big problem. However, do not. It is advisable that you do not go above 7, because a 7 is all you need for a Class A surfacing with G3 continuity. But if you go to 8 degree or more, there are some softwares which might not be, which might not support 8 degree or more. So you might get a risk. So you might want, it is critical that you stay at 7 degree or less. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a align partial. I'm gonna try to change this to 5. Okay, so it looks like it worked. And I'm gonna do the same thing over here. Change it to 5. Okay, it looks like there were no CV movements, so I think 5th degree is more than enough data to make sure that, oh, okay, so it looks like it's a little bit off. Okay, so maybe I'll increase the position influence on this side too. Okay, so it looks like there is some CV shift. So let's measure this side also. So I'm just gonna click on this one, click on that one. Okay, so the location is good. Okay, so I'm gonna turn on blending. I'm gonna say 1. Okay, let's see. Well, actually, I don't think I really need to move this to a position. I increase the position influence because right now the gap between the two surfaces is 0.0002, which is very, very tight. So yeah, I think I'll just do this side and call it done. Okay, so I'm just gonna delete the construction history and I'm gonna start trimming. Okay, so let's get to it. So I'm just gonna create a curve from here. Just zoom in a little bit to here, like this. Change it to degree 2. And also I'm going to change this to degree 2, like this. I'm gonna just copy and paste. Just move it up like that. And I'm just going to create some curves to mimic the shape of this flat right here. Okay, so this one, I think I might need to reestablish this just due to the shape of this. So I'm just gonna snap it here. And I'm gonna add a little bit of crown. I'm gonna have to reestablish all of this because I think this is this should be the master line that's that all the features run through. So I'm just gonna pull this down a little bit, add a little bit of crown, pull this a little bit over to this side. Okay, so that's good. I'm just gonna put this up like that. Copy and paste. And I'm gonna use the stretch tool like this. That's good. And I'm just gonna, oops. Just gonna copy and paste this piece right here and make it like that. Okay, so it looks like there's a little bit of taper, so I'm just gonna use the stretch tool just a little bit, add a little bit of taper like that. And I'm gonna use extend and extend on this side like that. Okay, so now let's project and see what we got. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab the surface and project. Grab all the curves like that. And I'm just gonna trim. Oh, okay, so it looks like it's a little bit short here. So I'm just gonna do an extend. Oops, grabbed the wrong one. Just do an extend right here. And I'm going to do a trim here like this. Okay, so I think the shape looks pretty good. Now I might have to adjust the wheel flat right here, but at least we got a flat surface that connects to here, so I think that's good. Now this one, we might have to update it just because we have the new curve. I think this should act as a master curve. So yeah, I might need to bring that up just a little bit. Okay, so I'm just gonna use the stretch tool just a little bit like that. And I think that looks pretty good. All right. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. All right. I think this is a good place to finish. So that's it for part 11. We'll continue in the next tutorial. And thank you guys for watching.